for a balloon, and today's balloon decoration tutorial is going to be a frozen centerpiece. This will be my second one. If you haven't watched my first one yet, you should check it out. Anyways, to start off, we are going to use I always like to use these plastic plates, and I usually glue a cup and a stick onto the center, and I use that for my base. So I'm going to take a quad of 4 5-inch round balloons. I have pumped 2 pumps of air using a red Qualatex 1-action pump, and I'm just going to attach it to the base just like so. Now I'm going to take a quad of white 5-inch rounds. These have 1 pump of air in them, and attach it, and you want to kind of push it down just to secure it. So now the next part you're going to do is you're going to take 4 white 160s. You're going to tie 2 together, and so you're going to have 2 leaflets, and you want to twist them together. Now you're going to place this underneath 2 of your white 5-inch rounds, and you want to pull it up through the 5-inch rounds. So if I show you this way, it might be a little bit easier. So they're going to come up in between these 5-inch rounds. Now for the next part, you're going to make a 4-finger bubble on both of your 160s here, and I just usually twist them together. It makes it faster. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Bring them together and make sure they're going to be the same size, and then you want to twist in the sides. Now you're going to do the same thing again, make another 4-finger bubble. Alright, I keep saying 4-finger bubble, but it's actually 2 bubbles that you're making. And we're going to do it again. Always check to make sure that your measurements are good. Also, I might not have mentioned earlier that this centerpiece here is taller than the one that I'm going to make for you guys today. So one last time, you're going to make those 4-finger bubbles. And again on the other side. Bring them up, make sure they match. Off on each side, and then try to twist them on the opposite sides. Static. Okay, so we don't need these parts, so we're going to break them off. Make sure you tie it off after you break off each one. And I'm going to do the same with the remaining 3. So I've broken off the other 3, and after I break them off and I tie off the end pieces, just for extra security, I will wrap it around the pole and tie it a couple of times. Okay, now the next part I'm going to do is I'm going to take another quad of 5-inch white rounds. These ones have 1 pump of air, and I'm going to twist it right onto this pole. And I'm going to do the same thing with the blue quad, and this one has 2 bumps of air into it. And I'm going to twist it right onto the pole. A little tricky when you don't have much pole to work with. And you want to keep a hold of it as you search for those little pieces that were left over from these 160s. And now you can make sure it's going to be in there to secure. Just by wrapping it around a few times, doing some figure eights. And there should be another one. Usually tying it off twice is good. So for the next part, we are going to attach these blue 5-inch rounds so that we can make it look like this. And for this one, I've pumped in less than 1 shot of air, and I've tied them as close to the nozzle as possible so that we have that extra leeway. Now all we do is bring it underneath one of those white 5-inch rounds, and there you go. Now we're going to do the same thing with the other side. And you can always fix it up after you're done. Now you're going to do the same with the white for the bottom. So you're going to go underneath the blue 5-inch rounds. And the same thing for this side. So now it should be looking like this. So now for the next part, we want to make a little purple bow. And you can actually do 2 of these, 1 for each side. But for this demo, I'm just going to do the 1. So you want to make a little pinch twist. And make sure your balloon is soft. And after you have 1 little loop, maybe go down 4 fingers. And make 2 little bubbles. And so far, you've got this. Now you want to bring this back down, about the same size as over there. And now you need 1 more loop for the other side to complete your bow. Always make it a little soft. And it should be looking like that. Now, to give it a little bit more shape, I usually take it and pull my fingers in like that, as if I'm about to twist it, except for I don't. I just push it and manipulate it a little bit. And do the same with the other side. It just gives it a little bit more character. Now with scissors, you can snip the end. Tie it off. And for this one, you can place it right here, so you can place it right on the front. And you take that extra balloon and just wrap it around. So now you want to maybe just check out everything that you put in down here. Sometimes, because this one is a little full, she might need some adjustments. So for the last part, I'm going to take a 18-inch foil balloon, which has the frozen characters. And right on the balloon there's a dotted line. And I'm going to take a scrap 160, place it right on the dotted line, and just roll the balloon down into the end of the foil. Tie it off 2 times. And now you have these extra pieces that can help wrap into your centerpiece. And you just wrap them around in figure 8s. And you're going to do the same thing with the other piece on the other side. You don't have to go over the same 2 balloons like I am, but just to make things faster, that's what I'm doing. And there you have it. Another gorgeous frozen centerpiece that I'm sure is going to be popular, and girls of a lot of ages like this one. Just to let you know, the next balloon tutorial that's going to be coming up is going to be this snowflake centerpiece. Stay tuned, it's coming soon.